Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. In case you guys are wondering, I decided to upload this video here just because it seems like it fits this channel a lot better. You know, we got a lot of tutorials and just stuff that applies to like new players or players that might not have a lot of raid weapons. So it seemed like this would be the perfect place to put this video. If you guys did see it before when it was in the main channel, well, you don't really have to watch it again. But if you guys have never seen it, give it a watch, get some spoils, get some weapons, all that good stuff. And now, let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Hopefully you guys are doing good. And today we're talking about the spoils, conquests, and raid loot. Most importantly, I'm going to be showing you guys how I get some spoils, conquests every week. And also at the end after the spoils, we're gonna go over some other ways that you can get some raid loot, even if it's not dealing with spoils, just some extra other raid goodies. But let's not waste any more time, let's get into it. And we're gonna be starting with probably the most popular way there is to get some spoils. We're gonna be starting with Bow of the Disciple. So for Bow of the Disciple, this one is one that you can do all by yourself. You don't need anybody else. It's 100% solo friendly. You gotta load up into the raid, kill the projection of Sabaton, and then we're gonna ride our Sparrow till the next area with some enemies. Once we get here to where the enemies spawn, there's gonna be a bunch of bats spawning, but the ones that you really wanna kill are the abominations. There's gonna be three, one on the left, one on the right, and one in the middle. Once you kill all those three, the darkness that builds up on your screen is just gonna completely go away, so you won't really have to worry about that anymore. And once that's going away, you're gonna just follow this path. Just follow along. We're gonna have to destroy these 3 darkness crystals to open the secret chests. So now that we got all 3 of them, we're gonna ride our Sparrow a little bit more. And on this pyramid to our left, there's gonna be a door that's open now. We're gonna come in here and grab our loot. Now here, if you're alone and you decide to just go by yourself, you can use change characters, load up again, and do it 2 more times to get 10 extra spoils. So in total, you're gonna be getting like 15 from this raid. But if you load it in here with a friend, then you can leave the friend behind, switch characters, join up on them again, and you can just do the Sparrow ride all the way to the pyramid. You don't really have to shoot anything, you don't have to kill anything. You'll be able to just load up and grab the chests. And then you just kind of alternate between you and your friend joining the session. So doing this with someone else definitely makes it just faster, since you don't have to do like the beginning part over and over again. Whichever way you decide to go with. After this, we're gonna have 15 spoils, and now we're gonna hit into the next raid, which is gonna be the Bolt of Glass. Now for the Bolt of Glass, this one won't be as solo friendly as that last one, but don't worry, for you solo guardians, I will have a link in the description that will show you how to glitch into the Bolt of Glass and also get some spoils. It just won't be this method. But for everyone else, you wanna bring 2 friends in here. Or you want to LFG at least 2 people for the 2 beginning chests on Bolt of Glass. You can just put on your LFG that you're trying to get the first 2 chests, like Bolt of Glass first 2 chests, something along those lines, and people shall understand what you're trying to do. Now that you have 3 people in the Bolt of Glass, or possibly even more if you went the LFG route, you gotta go to a plate and just kind of defend it from the vets. Make sure that you are keeping those Minotaurs away. Whenever you see a Minotaur, just try to focus it down. It shouldn't be too difficult, except for maybe the Cyclops. The Cyclops are the things that are most likely going to kill you if you don't keep them in check. So as soon as they spawn, just try to kill them right away. But once you defend the plate for a couple minutes, the door is going to open and you're going to be able to grab the chest and get some spoils. Now, we're going to go to the secret chest, the first secret chest, and grab even more spoils. So, now just follow this route. Now that we grab the chest, if you joined in with some friends, you could do the same thing that we did back in BoW. You leave one of your friends behind, switch characters, join up again, and then they switch characters. The place where you're gonna spawn, you might spawn in a place that you may not recognize. All you have to do is kind of just backtrack, and then you work your way down again to the secret chest. Once you grab the secret chest, you'll switch again and do it one more time. If you did this the LFG route, you might have to make another post and redo the beginning again, which is not too bad, it's only a couple minutes. But I would definitely recommend to try to do this for at least one person that you know, so they can stay in the raid, you can join on them, and they can do the same with you. And after getting these 2 chests 3 times, we're going to be walking out of here with a whopping 30 spoils, which is pretty good. We're also going to be getting some loot if we already ran this raid before at any point. Same with the BoW, we should have gotten some weapons if we already locked something from that raid. But yeah, that will wrap up both the glass. And now let's go to the final spoils destination. Now we're going to Crota's End. Now for Crota's End, we gotta get ourselves to the first encounter. So you either want to pick up somebody from LFG, bring one of your friends, or have a first encounter checkpoint. Now that we're here on the checkpoint, you want to slap on a sword. It doesn't have to be like a near edge sword, it can just be a normal sword. And then we can get going to the secret chest to get our spoils. You just want to go and stick to the left side next to this wall. That is going to be really it. This one's very simple. I just want to stick to the left side the whole way. You can jump and like sword swing to get yourself a nice little speed boost, especially once you hit times 10. Just be careful if the ads start swarming you, if they try to get like close to you, that you don't just track to an ad and end up like in the middle of a bunch of them or something. So just be careful with that. Once we make it to like the end of this wall, there will be some rocks, and then we're gonna keep going to the left. And then after we make this left, we're just gonna continue going straight all the way down. That's where we're gonna go to. That's where the secret chest is. And from the chest, we're gonna get once again our 5 spoils and our piece of armor or weapons if we have done the raid before. This one probably has to be like the fastest and easiest one, especially if you like already have a checkpoint for it. But same thing with the other raids. We're gonna switch, join our friend. They switch, join us, and we're gonna do that till we get all 3 chests. And we're gonna be walking away with another 15 spoils and whatever else we got from the chests. So in total, if you do these 3, both the glass, BoW, and Crota's End, you're gonna be walking away with 60 spoils a week, and whatever else we also get from the chests. I definitely recommend that you do this closer to the reset day if you're gonna do LFG for like both the glass and Crota's End, since those days tend to be the ones that people just join immediately on your LFG if you're like trying to get those first couple of chests. Later on the week they might be a little slower to join, so if you're gonna do this with LFG, definitely do them like earlier on the week. But anyways, if all of you guys were here for is the spoils, then that's going to be it for the spoils. That's a good way that you can get some spoils every week. So thank you all for watching. Now, for everyone else that's still here, we're going to be taking a look at other ways that you can also get some raid loot. And these ways are going to be solo friendly. So you're going to be able to do these all by yourself. And we're going to be starting off with the classic, you know it, you love it, Last Wish. Here in the Last Wish, there's two different chests that we can grab to get some loot. And they are at the Shiroshi checkpoint and the Morgoth checkpoint. You know, if you happen to have one of these checkpoints already, then you're already ahead. But if you don't have any of those checkpoints, you can also just use the Wall of Wishes. If you guys don't know how to get to the Wall of Wishes, then this will show you how. Once you're in here, you can enter your wish by shooting the wall and putting on the correct symbols. This is the code for Shiroshi, and this one is for Morgoth. Once you enter the code and step on the middle, it's gonna teleport you to that checkpoint. And I'm gonna show you first the Shiroshi checkpoint. Once you land here, you're gonna turn around and go this way. We're just gonna basically backtrack to the chest and just follow the video now. And you can grab this chest 3 times, and if you brought somebody along, you could do the same thing we've been doing, where we use switch characters, join on them, so we don't really have to like input the wish every time. Last Wish is actually a little special when it comes to raids, that you don't even have to have the weapons unlocked to actually get them to drop from these chests. So that makes it pretty good. And now we're gonna go to the other checkpoint, and to get to the other chest, we need to get to the other side of this bridge. And there's different ways to get there. So, I'm going to try to tell you the easiest ways for each class. So you can get across this gap and go get your free loot. First of all, for the hunters, you can get on the strand with double grapples and triple jump. And it'll be pretty simple. Make sure you get a running star for all of these, by the way. But we're going to jump off the ledge. Do all our jumps. Yes, all our jumps just right away. We're gonna grapple. We're gonna grapple again. After that, we're gonna pop our super, and then just kind of spam the heavy attack. This is gonna keep us in the air, and it's gonna move us forward a little bit, but not too much. It's mostly used to stay in the air. But once our super runs out, that's really when we're gonna get to the other side. We jump, we grapple again, because after supering, we get all our grapples back. Do another hop, and then grapple again, and that should be more than enough to actually get you to the other side. For the Titan, make sure you have the Lion Rampants on, a sword, and catapult lift. For this, we're just gonna jump, sword, spam jump again, sword, spam jump again, sword, spam jump again, sword. And that's pretty much what we're gonna do all the way to the end. If you're not quite getting there, we'd use the sword and the boots, but you're getting kinda close, you could also switch over to some Thunder Crash. And once you get close to the end, you can just Thunder Crash your way there and get to the end that way. Now for the Warlocks, we're gonna be using Dawnblade to get across. Make sure you are on Dawnblade and not on Will. I have made that mistake once, and it was pretty awkward. So make sure that you're on Dawnblade. So we're gonna need some Icarus Dash, we're gonna need Burst Glide, and a sword. And that should be like the only things that we need. But if you're having difficulties making it to the other side, you could also throw in Heat Rises on top of this, so you can float for a pretty good time without having to use your super. So you could start with like Heat Rises if you go that way. If not, well, you start this way. So we're gonna jump off, float a little bit, use our sword, use our dashes, and then we're gonna pop our Dawnblade and just kinda keep dodging forward. Don't just spam the dodges immediately because that will make your super run out really quickly. But just every couple like seconds, hit the dodge when you feel like you're stopping. When you see that you're not really moving forward anymore, that's when you hit the dodge, kind of like I'm doing on the video. If you're running out of super before getting to the other side, just try to slow down on the dodges, and that should help you get to the other side just more consistently. But once we're on the other side, you're just gonna follow this path to the chest. And once again, you can get this chest 3 times, so you know the deal with the whole switching by this point. And now after these chests, we're gonna move on to the final one, which is gonna be the Deepstone Crypt chest. Now this probably has to be one of the longest ones, especially if you've never done this route before, but I'm gonna be doing my best to show you the route. So you load into the raid, you're gonna deal with all these ads right here. Once you deal with all of them, the next door is gonna open, and this is where we're gonna start the Sparrow part. So the Sparrow part does have checkpoints, but you will have to actually activate them, and I definitely recommend that you activate them. So if you die, you don't have to like fall really far behind. You don't have to activate every single one like we did on this video, but you could activate like every 2. And to activate the checkpoint, you pretty much just have to kill all the ads in the area, and that will activate that area as a checkpoint. But yep, here we go. We are going and just gonna follow this path, and this is gonna take you to the chest. Now once that we're here at the last one, this is where we're gonna be able to go to the chest. And I decided to stop by the last one first instead of just going directly to the chest, because the directly to the chest route, it is very unforgiving. If something goes wrong, you're gonna have to, you know, just respawn back in the other one. So I decided just to go to the last one and show you from here. But this is the route that you can take. You should be able to get there without like the frost killing you pretty comfortably. But if it does, then you're gonna spawn back on that final area and you're gonna be able to just try it again. You could actually grapple from this final area up to the chest. If you grapple right here, you land like right on it if you're running Strand. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind. Once again, you can run this 3 times, but it is kind of long, this one. Definitely it's not like Last Wish where you could like go through it in, you know, just a couple minutes, especially if you already have the checkpoints. This one will take a little longer, that's for sure. And this is the final one. So with that, we're gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel in case you guys haven't already. I hope this really helps you guys get some spoils, unlock all those weapons that are tied to the spoils, and hey, maybe even pick up some weapons, some red borders, maybe some just good rolls. Like I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care everyone, peace, till next time.